Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. We have quite a bit of things to discuss around like the SEC, CBDCs, and so much more. So definitely stay tuned to the end of this video as well so that you guys don't miss anything. But of course, today is, the start of the weekend. I hope everybody has a great weekend. How's everybody's day going? How's everybody's night going? You guys know the gist. I love to hear from you guys about things. Especially, it's always good to kind of just take a step back away from the market, kind of just enjoy your day, enjoy the weekend, get some fresh air, just kind of disconnect. It's always healthy. Remember, guys, this market is very mentally and emotionally, taxing as well as even physically. Because again, like I know that a lot of people don't get a lot of sleep within crypto. Myself am, a target for that. Like sometimes I'm just like always up. I'm not getting enough sleep, but it is 100% crucial to stay healthy, stay in the game. Make sure that you are taking out time for yourself. Make sure that you are spending time with friends and family. It's not all about crypto all the time. So just, be aware of that and always take some time for yourself. But right now, we are watching the market for a nice pullback. I have been looking at Bitcoin under 22K, really kind of eyeing that 21.5 to 21.9K area before we have further confirmation of us going up. That would be us going to about like 28K. I'm hoping to see like at least 26K on Bitcoin before we do have, a spiral down. Are we, done seeing under 20K? It's hard to say. Like, for me, like I think that under 20K could possibly happen again. But I also do think that there is a possibility that we have seen our bottom. But with the FOMC meeting and the GDP report coming up, anything is possible. So definitely just have some fiat on the cash on the sidelines. Just have some cash, there for when you want to buy the dip if we do see a major dip. And I have been averaging into, some positions as well, just to kind of, 50-50, make sure that I'm prepared for anything. And I do think that that is the best way of going about this. Now, also talking about things around crypto, mainly stablecoins. Going back to May and even prior to May, but May's like when we really seen a spotlight being put on, of course, stablecoins with the Luna situation. We do see here, we're expecting to see legislative text on stablecoins imminently, potentially within the next couple of hours or maybe by tomorrow. And listen closely to this.
Well, I'm in D.C. today. I've been here all week meeting with members of SEC and CFTC stakeholders. There is a pretty serious power grab between these two agencies as well as the congressional stakeholders in the House Financial Services, Senate Banking, and the Ag Committee. They both want jurisdiction over this space, and there's a very interesting turf war playing out. And we are expecting to see legislative text on stablecoins imminently, potentially within the next couple hours or maybe by tomorrow.
Wow.
So the House Financial Services and the Banking Committee are trying to push a stablecoin bill and get that into law, and the Dems and Republicans are debating and negotiating that text as we speak.
All right, can't wait to see what that is, and always thank you for keeping us abreast. Perry-Ann, thanks a lot. Talk to you again.
And you guys have probably all been aware of the, the Tether collapse scenario. Again, like that would be a major black swan event around crypto if Tether did collapse. Remember, like Tether is a stablecoin that holds over 6% dominance in this market, sitting at about almost $6 billion in market cap. I know that a lot of people think that, when we look at regulations happening around stablecoins, it could decimate Tether itself. And it is very well possible. I have discussed that multiple times in the past, but it's also the idea that we are seeing a major push towards regulations around stablecoins. We're seeing regulations being ushered in, which is funny because, going back just a few months ago, they were really dragging their feet around regulations, saying stablecoins do not pose a systemic risk towards, the financial sector. And everything has changed so quickly. And I do think that even going forward, we will see, a major regulation, shift towards even exchanges as well, which definitely watch out for that because that could also amount to a major black swan event. But also, we do see over here, it's clear to me the SEC cares more about delaying the outcome of the Ripple case than the outcome itself. That's why they're attacking crypto on multiple fronts, Library, Coinbase, other tokens, etc. They don't want to lose against Ripple, or a loss, sorry, against Ripple before they could score a win somewhere else. And I actually think that this statement is something special because first off, I do want to address this. I think that they believe that the Ripple case was a very easy win to them. I don't think that they expected Ripple to actually continue fighting against the SEC for this entire time. And I also do think that it shows the integrity, around Ripple themselves and their viewpoints on crypto. Like, remember, Brad Garlinghouse said since the, dawn of time, if you will, that crypto is here to stay. Crypto is going to be much bigger than what anyone can really kind of assume it to be. And I think that that is why Ripple is in this for the long term. Like, they already had a settlement opportunity on the table. Like, they gave them a dollar figure amount that they would have to pay for a settlement, and they refused it. And I think it's for good faith that, listen, at the end of the day, Ripple will come out of this SEC case victorious. The reason why I say that is because they will continue fighting the good fight. I know that it's a very hard win because they are up against the bankers. They are up against the major financial institutions that are trying to save their business model, all while Ripple is trying to tear it down. Remember, with XRP, with RippleNet, they are, ultimately tearing down a legacy system that has been built on greed and a monopoly system. So that is also why I've always said, like, you need to pay attention to why XRP was actually targeted. It wasn't just about the internal sales. It was not about, hey, is XRP really a security? No, it was about what XRP is doing within the mechanism and also what it is doing for the monopoly legacy system that we know of, the banking sector. But yeah, I do think that, the SEC thought this was an easy win, and now they're trying to go after other easy wins in quotation marks, if you will, because this has been, something to really kind of not only cost the SEC billions of dollars, but also cost it massive amounts of time as well. And we do see over here, all you people in crypto that wouldn't join the fight against the SEC out of your blind anti-Ripple XRP ideology, need to be brought up to speed on ETHGATE. The timeline is still not in dispute. Johnny Deaton 1 tried to tell you this was an attack on all crypto. And shout out to Digital Asset Investor for this, or Digital Asset Buy on Twitter. Yeah, I always say, like, when we really kind of look at this, like, since the beginning of time, like going back to 2015, for an example, we have been seeing some major connections to, ETHGATE with Ripple and even XRP. Like, here's 2015. You guys do see, like, the then assistant U.S. attorney Katie Hahn signs off on the FinCEN Ripple Labs settlement, which calls, XRP a virtual currency. And then since then, everything changes. You even see R3 sues, Ripple. Consensus announces the Brooklyn Project. And ever since then, like, you guys do see all of the connections down here. Everything changes. And everything changes to, ETH and also, like, even Bitcoin, and then, like, the blatant attacks against, XRP. Like, you could see the formulated plan starting all the way back to 2015, all kind of, masquerading itself to where we are now. And it is something special. Like, if you guys do want to go check this out, you guys are more than welcome to go check out Digital Asset Buy on Twitter. It's a full-on post that has included, like, a lot of the information around ETHGATE. Also, like, even Johnny Deaton, I think he has, like, a massive thread on, like, all of the connections since, like, I don't even know how long ago. It's probably, like, over a decade now, because, again, like, that's when XRP was initially brought in, like, 2012. Yes, they were developing it a little bit before 2012, but that's when it, like, fully launched in terms of its mainnet. But yeah, I mean, like, there's been a lot of connections back to, like, the ETHGATE stuff, and, like, you do see Ripple and XRP being a part of the entire process since, like, day one. So it is definitely concerning, but it is all, remotely around crypto. Like, I think everybody thinks that this case is all about XRP, but it's really not. You really have to look under, the curtain, if you will, and see exactly what this is about. It's about all of crypto, not just XRP. And we do see over here, Brad Garlinghouse met with the SEC officials for years, and no one ever mentioned XRP as a security. And that is exactly why I've always said, like, the fair notice defense is something to continue to argue about. But also, remember, the Hinman emails. These are two things that I think could ultimately change the entire game for Ripple. Is not only the fair notice defense, but also the Hinman emails. The Hinman emails are probably, like, one of the biggest things. If we could get those released, I'm telling you, the public is going to have a field day. Because remember what I've said about those Hinman emails. It's not just going to include things around XRP. It's not going to just include things around the Hinman speech. It is going to include things around Ethereum, Bitcoin, and higher-ups around the SEC. That's why they want to shield this away from the public. They are resisting surrendering those emails for a major reason. And I've said it time and time again that that is going to most likely collapse the SEC as an entire agency, because the corruption that's going to surround the SEC is going to kill the idea that they are a reputable, agency that is trying to fight the good fight around, investors themselves. It is going to crumble their reputation. And also LCX. So, like I was saying, on my LCX videos, like why this is like a major opportunity is because of what they are trying to go after. And this is also why I do believe that LCX was targeted as a security in quotation marks with the Coinbase stuff. We do see here the real reason why Gary Gensler is after LCX. Those close ties to Goldman, sure shows from the continued bias we've seen in the XRP lawsuit. Monty's billboard Davos might have spoken to or spooked them a bit too much. And here we have it. This is from Tokenizer, by the way. We do see Chair Gary Gensler, Chairman Gensler, worked for 18 years at Goldman Sachs. And then we do see Monty, who is the founder of LCX, and it says, "Goodbye, Goldman. Crypto offerings done right. Leading blockchain innovator based in Liechtenstein." And this is LCX.com, obviously. And then we do see over here the SEC today claimed in a new court filing that at least 9 digital assets listed on the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase are unregistered securities, and of course LCX was one of them, as my video from yesterday. But yeah, I do think that this is also why a lot of the tokens, so far have been targeted as well. I think that this is the main reason why XRP is also in a lawsuit, is because, of course, protecting these major institutional, names, as well as like these major banking names. And Goldman Sachs is definitely one of them. In fact, we've actually seen the connections between Goldman Sachs with some of the higher ups at the SEC. But this is also like the main reason why I always say, like, you need to pay attention to what these specific assets are doing. Like, you'll never see, like, I know that, Dogecoin technically is being targeted as a security, but it has never been mentioned at all once. Like, why haven't they like targeted Dogecoin? Right? It's a full-on meme coin. I know that they don't really care about utility because they're going after major utility tokens, but like Dogecoin is literally one of the scammiest, coins out there, and it was literally pump and dumped on national television by the richest man in the world, yet no target at all from the SEC. Like, are you kidding me? Like, imagine if XRP, right? Imagine if Elon Musk was talking about XRP on SNL. Like, what would happen then? I guarantee you that XRP would have been targeted. But, like, none of these other tokens are being targeted at all. It's all of these major, like, utility gems that are going after the financial sector, that are going after the legacy sector. Why are they the only ones being targeted? What is going on here? And, of course, yeah, you could argue that some of these other tokens over here are, like, they're like almost throwaway tokens. Like, I know that we've talked about AMP in the past, but it wasn't like anything special. We've talked about like Zio, even DDX and stuff like that. But, a lot of these tokens are not like incredible, utility gems like LCX or even XRP. It doesn't mean that they'll do good, but I'm just saying, like, mainly the ones that are always brought up in question are the ones that are, focused on the legacy financial sector. And I do believe that it is for, a main reason that they are being targeted as well. Like XRP, I've always said it's being targeted because, of course, what it is focused on, which is disrupting the monopoly banking sector. And that is why they are fearful of it. They're extremely scared about what XRP can potentially, do and what it could undo, if you will. So, yeah, with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.